Or 59er November, I've got a place for you here behind an Embraer jet at your 9 o'clock and 2 miles. Just start a left turn, enter base runway 34 right, and that's the center runway, not the 2 east runways.
Okay, we'll enter at base. We'll start the turn now for 34 right, and I believe we have that Embraer in sight. 59er November.
59er November, roger. Descend at your discretion and caution my turbulence from the Embraer. There's going to be another Embraer about 8 miles behind you. Contact tower on 119.05.
119.05, caution wake turbulence, 59er November.
I will be the last to fall. I won't shed a tear for them to see.
Miles and I have flown his Cherokee 180 from San Marcos, Texas into southern Utah to meet up with some familiar faces for a weekend of learning about flying in the canyons of the Southwest. In part 1, we beat up the pattern to practice short approaches and spot landings, then we finished the day with emergency drills to prepare for the trip out west. In part 2, we rendezvous with the Finer Points group and have an epic weekend of flying and training in Monument Valley, Utah. In this video, Miles and I are the last of the group to leave Monument Valley, and we're going to spend a couple of nights in Salt Lake City to rest, relax, and regroup. And plus, my favorite distillery is just over the mountain, and we're gonna go take a day trip out to Park City to take the tour. We're gonna depart Monument Valley and fly over Arches National Park and get fuel in Moab, Utah before heading into the Salt Lake City Bravo Airport. This video will hold a bit more technical flight footage, including the radio calls and coordination into the busy Salt Lake City airspace. And along the way, we had the opportunity to report what appeared to be an out-of-control fire on the side of the mountain to flight service. Welcome to part 3. We're locked and loaded. I think we're ready to go. We just watched 2 airplanes depart, well, like 4 airplanes, but 2 of them were 182s. So that was uneventful. We watched a Skyhawk and a Cessna 152 depart. Both of them were loaded to the gills. And the Cessna 172 is a little bit scary to watch. I mean, it was like, I never saw him rotate. All I saw was his shadow on the bushes. And then he kind of like started to climb out, and we were like, oh no, oh no, oh no. You can go all the way back to the fence and use that extra 200, 300 feet. So it's about a 4,000 foot runway, 3-degree slope, downhill. The performance numbers say we can easily do it at a higher weight than we are and at a higher density altitude than we are. We're gonna try and do this takeoff clean because we got plenty of runway. We shouldn't need flaps. But there near the end, if we feel like we need some flaps to get us off the ground, we can use them. But beyond that, should be pretty uneventful. We're gonna get off the runway, climb out over the valley, and head up toward Moab. We said goodbye to the lodge and Monument Valley and climbed up to the north for a fuel stop in Moab. Just outside of Moab, Utah is where Arches National Park sits with breathtaking rock formations scattered throughout the valley, and we circled the park to take in the views before landing at Moab for fuel. Alright, here in Canyonlands, we just did some planning for the next flight. We're going to take off out of Canyonlands Airport here in Moab, Utah, and we're going to head up to Salt Lake City. We're actually going to land at Salt Lake City International. I called the FBO, TAC Air, let them know we're coming. We're going to stay for 2 nights, so they'll have a spot on the ramp for us, no problem. There's really no difference. All it is it's just busier. In order to enter the airspace, you've got to be cleared into the Bravo when you're VFR. So anyways, we're going to hop in the airplane. It's warm here in Moab.
It is toasty.
I've got my little pullover on, and it's actually pretty warm. We're gonna hop in the airplane and head up to Salt Lake City, and we'll talk about some stuff that involves going into Bravos along the way. We departed Moab and climbed the airplane up to 10,500 feet to give ourselves plenty of altitude, and we started heading northwest toward the Salt Lake City area. As we proceeded northwest, we noticed a plume of smoke on the horizon, and it turned out to be what looked like an out-of-control fire.
Aircraft proceed to City Radio 122.2. Say again that call sign and request.
That was Cherokee November 8859er November. We're approximately 10 miles to the southeast of the Carbon VOR. We just wanted to ask about a potential TFR up ahead. Just wanted to check if there is one or not. We're seeing some smoke from what looks like to be a wildfire. Just wanted to see if there was a firefighting TFR.
November 59er November, roger, and let's see, what's your destination? Can I get that from you?
Absolutely, we're almost directly northwest bound. We're heading up to Salt Lake City International.
And November 59er November, I'm not seeing any temporary flight restrictions in the area of Price Carbon County. Stand by 1 second.
Roger.
Aircraft calling Oakland or Rancho Radio 122.5. Please stand by number 2. November 59 November. Just so you know, Salt Lake City runway 1432 and runway 1735 are closed. Your pilot reports are requested out there. Your latest price, Carbon County altimeter 3009er. Anything else I could do for you right now?
3009er, no sir, that's just about it. We've got all those NOTAMs for Salt Lake City. We really appreciate it. Cedar City Flight Service, this is Cherokee 8859er November again.
Cedar City Radio or Cedar City Flight Service?
Or Cedar City Radio, yeah, sorry.
Cherokee 8859er November, this is Cedar City Radio, go ahead.
Yeah, Cedar City Radio, we just wanted to give you an update on this fire that's just up ahead. I don't know if anybody's reported it yet. It's off the Carbon VOR. It's a bearing of 313 degrees magnetic off the Carbon VOR and the 28 nautical mile fix. And it's a pretty good fire.
November 59 November, Roger, is there any way you could estimate the size of the fire? Tell me what the color of the smoke is, anything like that, any other information?
Yeah, radio 8859 November, the smoke it's kind of a grayish white, so it definitely looks like trees burning on the mountainside there, but it's very, very thick. I would say it's probably about maybe half a square mile and approaching a square mile.
November 59 November, Roger, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. I'll pass that along to the fire folks.
Thanks so much.
That's a serious fire.
That is a serious fire. And I said like half a mile to a mile because I can't see behind it.
Right.
Like what's burning behind it, and then I see all these other areas that are smoldering around it.
Right. At least it's not super windy, so it's not going to spread as fast.
But it's still super dry out here.
Right.
We haven't talked to too many people on this flight, but I'm using the flight notes pad that I sell in the e-store. That was the ATIS or the AWAS at Canyonlands. We've been talking to nobody because there's really can't get any flight following out here. And then I just copied the ATIS at Salt Lake City International Information Hotel, wind 290 at 3. Pardon my handwriting, but we got all that stuff good to go. We got ForeFlight all rigged up, and then Salt Lake City is just we're going to go around the corner of this little valley here. And then Salt Lake City is right up there in the big valley. So this should be pretty good. I'm not gonna get too much handheld B-roll because we're gonna be working as a team on this one. Bravo Airspace, it's busy. Same thing when Arnaldo and I flew across the LA Bravo into Santa Monica. I just didn't pick up the camera very much because it's just busy. So here we go. We're about to round the corner and we should be able to contact Salt Lake City approach with our initial request into International here momentarily. That is Cherokee 8859er November. We're approximately 10 miles north of Provo, 10-5 inbound to Salt Lake City Information Hotel.
Cherokee 8859 November, select approach, thanks. Squawk 0342, ident.
0342 on the squawk and ident, 8859 November. 0342 ident.
2995.
2995.
93 Romeo, affirmative. I got you in for flight following. The center might need you higher, but they'll give you advisories for as long as they can. At 3527, traffic 2 o'clock, 5 miles northwestbound, 14,000, be descending to 13,000 in Airbus for 34 right.
Oh man. After we land, I don't know if I'm ready for a cup of coffee or a beer.
No.
For 59 November, radar contact 5 miles west of Mount Timpanogos. Cleared into Bravo Airspace, I-15 freeway northbound. Maintain VFR at 9,000 while in the Bravo Airspace.
Okay, we'll clear it into the Bravo at 9,000. We'll follow I-15 northbound, 8859 November.
At 3527, the Airbus is joining final beside you now at 12,000 for 34 right. For 59 November, maintain VFR at 6,000 while in the Bravo Airspace over I-15 freeway northbound.
Okay, maintain 6,000 in the Bravo over I-15 northbound. And just to verify, is this I-15 right in front of us? We're about a 30-degree intercept.
Well, we have Cherokee 85 November affirmative. About your 10 o'clock and 3 miles there. Runs north-south, about 4 lanes on each side.
Okay, we got it. Thanks. 59 November.
Agent 544, Salt Lake approach.
Descent checklist, mixture enriching as desired.
10,000.
Got it. Heartbeat is required.
You can expect the
We'll check it.
It's good. Fuel in the proper tank.
Proper tank.
ATIS AWAS.
Got it.
Altimeter set.
It's set.
Instruments cross-checked and calibrated.
We got them checked, calibrated.
Contact Salt Lake Tower
Descent checklist
on
complete.
119.05. Yes, good day.
And we're clear down at 6,000 while in the Bravo.
Tower on 119.05. Good day. For 59 November, contact approach on 120.9er.
20.9 or 59 November. Salt Lake approach, Cherokee 8859 November, descending through 8,000 down to 6 VFR. We're going to follow I-15 northbound. We have hotel.
Cherokee 85 November, Salt approach. What? You're cleared in Bravo airspace. You got I-15 northbound, maintain 6,000 while Bravo airspace.
Maintain 6,000, cleared into the Bravo, I-15 northbound, 59 November. Already I can tell they're a lot more GA friendly.
Right.
748, my first on the main.
Chicago was not this friendly.
And we'll just follow this road up.
Yep. 6,000, we are cleared into the Bravo, I-15 north. So see, like they've got procedures for these for guys like us.
Right.
59 November, contact tower 120.2.
120.2, 59 November. Salt Lake City Tower, Cherokee 8859 November, 6,000, I-15 northbound.
Over 8859 November, Salt Lake Tower, continue northbound, Salt Lake altimeter 29904.
29904, continue northbound, 59 November.
Hang on.
Airport's in sight.
Got it.
59 November, I'm just having you go north over I-15. I'm going to sequence you over Redwood Road for runway 34 right.
Okay, no worries.
59 November, I've got a place for you here behind an Embraer jet at your 9 o'clock and 2 miles. Just start a left turn, enter base for runway 34 right, and that's the center runway, not the 2 east runways.
Okay, we'll enter at base. We'll start the turn now for 34 right, and I believe we have that Embraer in sight. 59 November.
59 November, Roger. Descend at your discretion and cautionary turbulence from the Embraer. There's going to be another Embraer about 8 miles behind you. Contact tower on 119.05.
119.05, caution wake turbulence, 59 November. Salt Lake Tower, Cherokee 8859 November. We're on our extended right base, 34 right. We have the Embraer in front of us in sight.
Cherokee 8859 November, Salt Lake Tower, wind 320 at 6, runway 34 right, cleared to land, caution wake turbulence following the Embraer. You're inside of Embraer on an 8.5 mile final.
Hey Roger, clear to land number 2 behind the Embraer, will caution wake turbulence, 59 November.
I got the other Embraer in sight.
Okay, so the fact that he's telling us that is kind of like, you know...
Keep your speed up.
Yeah, keep your speed up and...
So we'll just want to watch where he lands.
Yeah.
I think there's enough time where the wake turbulence shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Alright, pre-landing, brakes pedal test.
Pedal test.
Landing lights on. Autopilot off.
Off.
Seat belts, shoulder harnesses, I'm strapped in, mixture best power.
Yep. 33.
Carb heat is required.
Hotel 8.
Fuel pumps on.
Fuel pumps on.
Proper tank.
Proper tank.
Flaps is desired. Yeah, I'd start slowing down. You got 20 knots to lose, or 20 miles an hour to lose before you're in the wide arc.
Alright. There's the wide arc.
4166, the Cherokee's about half mile final now.
Cool.
Nice and stabilized. We're good.
And once we're on the ground, we'll just keep our speed up to the taxiway.
Cherokee 59 November, make the left turn at Hotel 3 there, that's your next intersection, and hold short of Hotel, and I'll have a turn for you in just a moment.
Roger, left at Hotel 359 November, we'll hold short for Hotel. And we're off with plenty of room to spare.
And hold short of
Cherokee
Hotel.
59 November, let's change that. You can make the left turn on Hotel, hold short of runway 34 right at Hotel 1.
Okay, left on Hotel, hold short of 34 right, Hotel 1, 59 November. You're good, you may keep going, you're clear right. Nice, that's landing at a Bravo. Pretty cool, huh?
That is.
Can you get that AC on?
Yes. I kind of see what they did. They didn't want us to spend any more time taxing. They wanted to clear us for
Right.
him,
They
and
just
then
wanted to
we'll
get us
across up here.
Yeah, they wanted to just get us
The
off the runway.
882 Salt Lake Tower, wind 30006, runway 34 right, line of point, you're following a regional jet off the west runway.
Runway 34 right, I'll pay here too.
Nice, 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 nice.
The 882, fly heading 340, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
34 right, clear for takeoff, and then 340, I'll pay you too.
Yeah, he already knows we want to go to that side.
Right.
Cherokee 59 November at Hotel 1, cross runway 34 right to Mike, hold short of runway 35.
Okay, we'll cross runway 34 right at Hotel 1 to Mike, and we'll hold short of runway 35. 59 November.
So he's on the roll, no one else is coming in, we're cleared across.
Yeah. Let's get that aileron as if it was a crosswind and it was jet blast.
I was thinking about that.
It should dissipate, no problem, by the time we're up here. Unlike wake turbulence, which actually takes a few minutes, the jet blast just kind of goes away with the wind.
Right. So this is Mike 35's up here.
Correct.
Cherokee 59er November, where are you parking?
Go to TAC Air.
Cherokee 59er November, cross runway 35 to Kilo 1, taxi Kilo to the ramp. Thank you for the help today.
Cross runway 35 at Kilo 1 and then Kilo to the ramp. We really appreciate it, 59er November. Alright.
Nice guys.
They're very, very GA friendly here.
882, contact departure.
There's TAC Air.
All right, we're in Salt Lake City International Airport. It's a Bravo airport. There's like a Lear coming up to the taxiway there. A UPS just landed back there. Lots of activity. His first time coming into a Bravo, and what'd you think?
It's busy. It wasn't bad. Busy.
That's really the only difference that I tell people to expect is it's just busy. Make sure you hear cleared into the Bravo if you're VFR. And beyond that, just be on your toes. Listen for your call sign, listen for the radio calls, and respond quickly. Make sure you write things down so you respond correctly. Responding correctly is more important than quickly. And coming into places like this is super rewarding. It opens you up to more places. And really the fuel and stuff is not that much more expensive. We're parked, like Cherokee's right there. Like here's a Pilatus, there's a Lear pulling up. We're in the mix. That's no problem though. And TAC Air here at Salt Lake City. I haven't been here very long. I've used TAC Air a couple of times, but I'm very impressed with their customer service. Just treating us like anybody else, rolling out the red carpet, not literally as you can see, but bring the rental car out to us and everything. It's perfect. So we're gonna have a nice down day to kind of regroup. I'm gonna do some video stuff on the computer, catch up, make sure all the cameras are good to go, and we're gonna do a bunch of flight planning for what's to come in the second part. I don't want to say the second half because I don't know if we're quite there yet, but the second part of this trip. Welcome to Salt Lake City. We spent a day taking it easy and regrouping after several days of a lot of flying. The High West Distillery is in Park City, Utah, just on the other side of the mountains from Salt Lake City, and Miles and I made the short drive to take a tour to see where my favorite whiskey is made. In Part 4, we depart the Salt Lake City Bravo airspace bound for Boise, Idaho, where we reach our northernmost point on this trip, and we take a couple of days to explore the Boise National Forest. If you liked the video, be sure and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next one. If you'd like to support the channel, you can shop merch and gear at aviation101.com/store. And if you want to join the community with behind the scenes stuff, live streams, and giveaways, you can sign up at aviation101.com/cockpit club. We just gave away a Lightspeed Zulu 3 headset to a lucky Cockpit Club member this past week. Until next time, I want you to stay happy, healthy, and current, but most importantly, stay proficient, and we'll see you in Part 4. Fly safe.